This week, we discuss Valve banning blockchain games and NFTs, and the DeHorizon Foundation looks to the metaverse. Also, we highlight the Wooshi World Project. This and more. Stay tuned, and welcome to NFTs with Keys. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for all that NFT news you need. Also, comment below. It helps with the YouTube algorithms a ton. So just help us out. It'd be great. So I'm going to start this off with kind of like a spiel, I guess. It's been kind of annoying hearing all the FUD being thrown around about the metaverse drop. Was there issues with the project? Yeah, sure. Okay. Could the drop have gone better? Yeah, 100%. Is it strange that the drop had a bunch of bots in it? No. That happens on every drop. Every drop that looks like it's going to be something. Did they want to try to stop that and clearly fail? Yeah. So, I mean, hey, it happens. But most of the people talking about all this FUD and other stuff, they're probably just upset that they didn't actually get into the project. That's at least something I've noticed. I mean, I've seen people on Twitter be honest about it by saying, I'm just mad because I didn't get one. And it's like, hey, at least you're honest. But the big thing with this, I think it got way too overhyped and everyone thought it was going to be the next Bored Ape. And shoot, I had the same feeling. I thought it was going to be huge like that because I really love the art and I love mechs. So, and another PSA out there, just remember that NFTs are collectibles. Go out and collect what you like or what you love and the money will come. Don't do it for the money. Do it because you like the art. Don't be one of those people that ruins the NFT space because you're just a greedy person. I'm going to be nice about this. You're just a greedy person, So yeah. So enough of that. The first big thing that I have to talk about is Valve banning NFT games or play to earn games. So they're basically banning games that utilize blockchain tech or games that allows players to earn crypto or NFTs while playing.
I think we all know why they're doing that, and that is to see why they're already the king of pushing games out. Everyone's got a Steam library with games they play, and then the meta game of how many games can you own and never actually play. But if they keep their hands out of the NFT space, out of the crypto space, that's a lot of potential lawsuits and potential issues they can just don't really need to worry about initially. However, the flip side to that coin, if they keep their hands out of the crypto space like this while it's developing, the real potential for usable gaming NFTs, they're not going to be the first ones on it. They're not going to make all of that initial money, and then they might be kicking themselves for making the statement. Think Kodak.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. To most people, when they heard this, it felt like an attack on people because it felt like they're banning games that give players real world value besides just your own like self-indulgence of playing a video game. And because I mean, some of these games like Axie's Infinities has been able to help keep the Philippines alive during the pandemic.
Yeah, that's something too that I think about, that when you really think about some of these NFT games, you're right, Axie Infinity, there are people making more money playing Axie Infinity than they were working. Yeah. Like doing real manual labor.
Yeah, so, I mean, and this isn't the first time Steam's done something controversial. So, I mean, it's kind of in their wheelhouse, so I'm not surprised of it. But what was really surprising to me was Epic, of all places, said that they are open to the idea of games using NFTs and crypto or cryptocurrencies. It's just a bit strange considering Tim Sweeney, 2-3 weeks ago, said that they wouldn't touch NFTs.
We talked about it on your show at that time as well, that, they may not be using NFTs for like the trading cards, but he may be waiting for using NFTs as a functional NFT for the games. And I think...
I mean, it could be that. It could be maybe he just has a change of heart. Or it could be that he doesn't want to put Epic out there like that, because Epic is trying to compete with Steam, and they're creating their own space kind of like Steam. It's all in beta, so developers can't upload anything like that. It's a closed beta, and they're really careful about all that, so they don't, because I think what it is it's the lawsuits. Epic is so big that they're not trying to get the lawsuits. They just got out of one with Apple, and they squeaked that one by.
Squeaked.
So I mean, I honestly think that's what it is. I think Tim Sweeney and Epic are all for developers creating these things. That's actually what they said. There's some limitations to, like, they're for it, but there is limitations. Like you have to follow financial laws, and that would be financial laws in almost every country that the game is being played in, which kind of is hard for crypto because, your game would not be able to be in China if it's one of these games because they banned a lot of.
Even here in the United States, it becomes really, really difficult.
Yeah. Another thing too is the developers would have to use their own payment system. You wouldn't be able to use Epic's payment system, and I think that limitation is specifically because of what happened with Apple.
Yeah, that could be it. You're probably right on that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a weird flip, but I guess when you look into it a little bit more, you kind of see that it's not that Tim Sweeney and Epic are against NFTs outright. They're mostly just against them doing NFTs. And I think it comes down to a lot to do with like the liability of, doing those type of games on their platform because they could be sued for it.
They're not anti-NFT. They're just pro keep Epic running.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your business, keep your multi-billion-dollar business running instead of like
totally acceptable. I get it.
Yeah,
solid play.
Yeah, like that, right? So, and some other interesting news is Coinbase announced that they were entering the NFT space, which I mean, honestly, I don't think that's a big news. But what is the big news with that is their marketplace. Again, it's not a surprise. The FTX is a competitor of theirs. They said that they're doing one, so it was a matter of time. But the biggest news about this is that 1.35 million people signed up for their wait list. That's 4 times more than active users on OpenSea.
Wow. Well, I guess it's the power of branding. Coinbase, when I think Coinbase or I think crypto, Coinbase is almost synonymous with cryptocurrencies for me now.
Well, another thing too is I think the reason there's so many more people is OpenSea is for the NFT community almost exclusively. You know what I mean? Like people who are in that, like you don't look at OpenSeas. I look at it at least a couple times a day, just scrolling through, seeing what's new, you know? So that's something, but I'm also in the space, but Coinbase does open it up for all those other people. And with the boom of, all these NFTs and these projects and all the money that's going, and
it can put it in front of eyes that would normally never even see them.
Look for it. Exactly.
Like myself. That's a good point.
Yeah. And I mean, BTIG estimates Coinbase could add 137.5 million to its revenue after the launch of this.
We're still in infancy times when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So, I'm very curious to see how the United States is going to handle an entity like Coinbase when they start getting that big, because their fingers are going to be in every asset of cryptocurrency.
Well, and what's crazy too is, I mean, obviously, they announced this, right? Coinbase stock went up 6% the moment it announced.
Oof, yeah. I'm going to be looking back on these videos when I'm much older. Look at that. I made probably a few people quite rich. All 6 or 7 of my loyal fans.
We love you.
We do.
But so the next thing that I want to talk about is the DeHorizon Foundation. They announced a partnership with NFT interoperability middleware, POD, to jointly launch the first ever interoperable, editable, and evolvable ERC-721 NFT. That was a mouthful. And basically, this is going to change NFTs. Mm-hmm. And sure, it's the infancy of it, so you don't know where this is going to happen or if this company or this foundation is going to be the one that's going to really break that out into the world. But the fact that people are working to make the metaverse across chains, and I like the whole aspect of the editable. We'll get back to that a little bit later. So the NFT is going to be called a Demeta Pass ID, or Demeta for short. So basically this Demeta will allow users to develop exclusive NFTs and reorganize other NFTs, which sounds kind of like, oh, what, are you going to just take an NFT and mint it on a new blockchain and say it's an original, but it could be a fake. But really, I think what they're going for is the ability to customize, for the users to really have the ability to customize their own NFTs. And in that it'll create users to be more involved in developing the metaverse. So it'll go away from just like, oh, hey, I have this NFT and it's a t-shirt. Well, no, now you can own that NFT, you know, and then change the aspects of it. So it's a black t-shirt instead of a white t-shirt. So I think that's kind of cool. It doesn't really necessarily mean it's going to change the full NFT as a whole. So it's interesting that they want to develop the metaverse to be so big so soon. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was coming within the year or trying to come within the year.
It's inevitable, and but that's the thing about technology is the growth's exponential.
Yeah.
It's like once the stone starts rolling, it rolls very quickly.
Yeah, it snowballs. It snowballs out of control, or in control, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, there's always a roadmap.
Yeah, exactly. So the big play for to this play to earn model. Wow, tongue tied here. The big play for it is really that it will eventually lead to GameFi, which is a mix of video games and DeFi.
Yep.
And so I think that's kind of cool too. I mean, the DeFi space blew up for a little bit, NFT space blew up, and then people are like, how can I mix both? GameFi.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen. So the DeHorizon Foundation aims to create a mainstream NFT standard. Mm-hmm. They are developing their first ever blockchain-based game called Dverse. The Dverse metaverse financial system will play a big part into creating a sustainable play to earn economy. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like what they really want to do is create almost a EVE Online, but you earn not their money that you can change for fiat cash, but earn actual crypto in their metaverse.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That makes total sense to me.
No, yeah, it does. And I'm surprised that we're just now getting to it. But I mean, at the same time, it's almost terrifying that they're now getting to it. It seems soon, but it also doesn't seem soon.
You know, when you break away these cryptocurrencies away from fiat currency altogether, and you see it for what it is, and you start to use it as a tool, you can do something like EVE Online. You can take their ISK system, you can turn that into a cryptocurrency and give it zero fiat value, mind you, but still maintain all the cool things that cryptocurrencies can do, like NFTs, like breaking apart the NFT. Editable NFTs there, so your character can be an NFT there. When you disconnect it from a fiat currency and you see what these blockchains can do, NFTs are truly wonderful and highly capable things that right now are behind a giant paywall because we put a fiat currency behind them.
Yeah.
But yeah, their capability and what they can do is huge.
Yeah, so there's also plans for the DeHorizon metaverse that they'll cooperate with other games to harvest NFTs and tokens.
Yep. So
just like what you were just saying. So that, you know, it's really cool, and I do like the fact that they want to move away from static NFTs to more editable. I mean, the Demeta NFT will have 6 changeable traits and a 256 byte customizable character profile.
That's cool.
So you can essentially at this point, when it gets launched, you can really create your own character. It's almost like create your own character for a game, but it's going to be in the metaverse. And, you know, I think I know we talked about this weeks ago, you know, probably in episode 4 or something like that about, you know, or even on your show, Ready Player One. You know, that's essentially what you're creating, you know, is that whole type of online world that we're all probably going to end up be living in. The other main aspect is the interoperability, which I thought was really interesting. So they want to have users to have the ability to take their character and other assets in their metaverse for gameplay on a separate blockchain. So it'd be moving it from Ethereum to, you know, Solana or Cardano or whatever, you know. So I think that's kind of cool that, you know, like that's coming up. I mean, I don't know where it's going to go. Again, it is in its kind of infancy. So, you know, like,
True.
You know, whatever. But I mean, the metaverse is on the brink of being here, or I mean, is here or been always with us. We're just now seeing it.
I'm thinking it's right there. And it's exciting to watch the evolution take place. We're a really exciting time to be alive.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what this is going to do? I mean, again, I don't know if this company is going to be the one that sets it off and it goes forward and it ends up being the big one. But, I mean, it'll be interesting to see when NFTs in the crypto space and the metaverse all like collide and create its own world that we all actually have to live in.
Once, yeah, and you know, have to live in. It's funny you say it that way because that's what it's going to feel like. You're going to feel left behind if you're not a part of the metaverse.
Well, I mean, even I felt left behind when I've been in NFTs. You know, I got into it probably around a little bit late last year, more into it this year. And I take a week off, and I feel like I've been left behind.
Yeah,
there's an on-running joke in NFTs. It's like, oh, you take a day off, you've missed 20 years. Because things move way too quick. Some random other news that I was scrolling through, and Triller announced that they're going to be doing some NFTs. Triller's most known for those celebrity influencer boxing matches, as well as those hip hop versus battles between more historically, older rappers, like Dipset versus The Lox or something like that, or Redman and Method Man was another one. So Triller announced that they'll be releasing commemorative NFT box sets for the versus moments. They'll range from Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers to Method Man versus Redman to Eve versus Trina. Each commemorative box will be priced at $199. I'm putting the link in the description if that interests you. Something else, I actually clicked on the link and went further to look. You can buy for $1 million. You can own Jake Paul's knockout punch moment from when he knocked out Ben Askren for $1 million.
Sorry, Jake, but I ain't gonna put a bid on that. You're my boy and all. Like, we know this. But like, I ain't spend $1 million for that knockout punch. I'll just hit you up on the cell phone. I got you, buddy.
You don't know him.
We know this.
Okay, so now I'm going to move on to highlighting a NFT project. This one is small. It's not really big. It's nowhere near as hyped as the Mechaverse, but I just like what they look like. I'm sure we'll put them up on the screen, what they look like. But the Wooshi World NFT project, it's sort of like one of those PFP NFT projects. It's a little different. They're not just static images that don't move. It's actually more of a GIF.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I got it right this time.
I like it.
Yeah, so it's more of a GIF. So they mostly just bounce or whatever, but they look like a cross between a stuffed animal and an alien.
Okay.
So super kawaii.
Kawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just had their drop this past week. It sold out probably after about 2 days of minting. The minting started at 0.11 ETH. Mm-hmm. So again, not a ton, but not super cheap. There's 11,111 NFTs minted at that price. The floor price did drop a bit since minting. So when I was doing research last night, it was about 0.079 Ethereum.
Okay.
Which again, it's a loss. But again, like I said at the top of the show, don't get into stuff for the money. Go into it because you like it. I did think the lore behind the Wooshi World is kind of interesting. You can definitely tell that they're setting it up for a video game of some sort, maybe like an MMORPG or something like that.
Okay.
Basically, there's this Wooshi that lives in the Wooshi home world of Gore, and he wants to save his home world with the help of people of Earth, and wishes to enter the metaverse to help his cause because all the other Wooshis on Gore just fight each other. And apparently he's super, like, when he comes to Earth, he hangs out in like Tokyo and eats ramen and does other stuff. He's super.
It's like Goku then.
Yeah.
He just kicks it.
Yeah, pretty much. So the roadmap seems promising to me. So the phase 1 was the launch, the pre-sales, growing the presence on socials. Mm-hmm. They're setting up a partnership for limited edition Wooshi merchandise. Wow, that was a mouthful. But with 4HX or H4X. Wow. I'm all over the place. So phase 2, you get Wooshi, the Wooshi World page on OpenSea's verified, airdrop NFTs to OpenSea active owners, development of the Wooshi metaverse, launch press campaigns to get them in, articles and other stuff like that. We're already on top of that, helping you guys.
That's right.
Yeah. So phase 3 is the launch of the merchandise, sale, and distribute community rewards exclusive to holders, which that's really key for a lot of people who are buying into NFTs, because if you're buying into it because you like it, you kind of want some supplemental benefit for owning it too, because you're in a community. So it's like, hey, you get merchandise, you get first picked at it, or, community rewards. It could be, contests or, whatever, so I think that's cool. That is kind of important, and it's cool that they are addressing that pretty early in their roadmap. Then there's also exclusive event activations for physical and digital collectibles. So once they get those like physical toys or, you know, maybe plushies or whatever they do, you know, even if you hold that, you'd
Right.
still be a part of the community without actually owning an NFT. So that's pretty cool too. So in phase 4, they want to develop a crypto token to be associated with the Wooshi metaverse.
Okay.
And they also want to integrate NFT staking and crypto token staking on Wooshi.world and the shared economy. So you can really see that they are trying to create a metaverse and create all that and kind of do with what the DeHorizon Foundation was trying to do. You know,
Okay.
not as in depth as they are, but you know, it seems like that's what they're going for. So in phase 5, they want to create Wooshi skins and integrate them into other games through partnerships. So
That's smart.
So like, let's say Wooshi's become huge, and you know, Epic's like, okay, we'll put
it in Fortnite.
Put it in Fortnite, a skin, so you get to walk around as these little like adorable alien things. You know, that's cool, and I get that. That seems doable, you know.
Yeah.
And especially too with that DeHorizon Foundation, to bring them up again, if that ends up happening, you could probably move Wooshis across games.
Oh, you know what? You're not wrong with that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see NFTs hit the layer 2. Like I could be fighting as a mutant ape pretty soon here, and like in Fortnite.
Yeah, for all you know, you can fight as a mutant ape against a mecha.
That's cool.
So phase 6, they want to tokenize ownership of the land on the island of Gore, with sales to exclusive Wooshi NFT holders. So again, further developing their metaverse and, you know, land ownership in this world. And then phase 7, their last part, is they want to develop a play to earn MMORPG that will leverage the Wooshi metaverse. So I think that's, again, like I said at the beginning of the roadmap, it's clear that what they want to do is create a video game, create this, and kind of expand. Again, if this sounds like something you like, I'm putting the links to their website and also their OpenSeas. Again, I think the floor price is about 0.075 or 0.79, somewhere around there. So yeah, you know, I think it's a cool project. It's definitely not no mechaverse thing. Don't go into it expecting to be, you know, making a ton of money. But if, you know, this sounds something good to you and you want to, you know, support them, go support them. So yeah, so please everyone check out this project. You know, if there's any other projects you guys hear of that you want me to like do a deep dive in, you know, post a comment or hit me up on Twitter or something like that, you know. So yeah. I'm going to call it.
All right.
Yeah. So thank you for being here, Rick. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and again, comment and share this video with everyone you know. Don't forget to go follow me on Twitter. I always do that, me at Twitter.
Well, I might as well make a me at Twitter.
Yeah, right. I should make a me at Twitter. Go follow me at Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter at NFTs with keys. Also, go follow my friends at Argyros Crypto and the Crypto Bytes Pod. Deuces.
Vegetables.